What's up, my friend? Welcome back to a Holy Mess podcast. And we are just a holy mess this week, apparently, over here. So this morning, episode 195, which you are about to listen to, and I'm super grateful that you are here for it. We actually uploaded the incorrect audio with it. So we uploaded 194. So if you listened to this episode this morning, you actually listened to 194 again. So I hope that blessed you, and I'm just going to assume that you needed to hear it twice. So this is, in fact, episode 195, where we're talking about how our body is affected by stress, and we're all just learning how to not only manage stress, but also take care of our bodies through stressful seasons. So I hope this episode blesses you, and I'm so grateful that you are here. So enjoy episode 195. What's up, my people? Welcome back to a Holy Mess podcast. All right, my friends, we all know life can be so difficult and painful at times, especially when we're wrestling with shame about our past, anxiety about our future, or frankly, like we are just not enough. But there has to be so much more for us. There's hope and joy, peace, love, fun, purpose, and a reason that you, my friend, are on this planet. Let's partner with God so you can be who He created you to be, as you wrestle through and trudge through your mess. Hi, I'm Danny, a recovering alcoholic, a mom, a wife, a life coach, and dust. We are only here for a moment. Let's live like it. I'm just like you. I'm a holy mess most days. Actually, every day. Let's have some fun and laugh while trudging through our mess. This stuff doesn't need to be dry and boring. Let's dig in. Hey friend, Danny here. So grateful you are here. I just wanted to do a quick episode, honestly, just to remind you that sometimes your body keeps the score, and the stress that is going on in this world, or the stress that is going on in life, sometimes you're feeling it in your body. And so these are one of those moments, especially if you've got a lot going on or you're feeling stressed, of just learning how to prioritize your body and how to take care of yourself. So as a person who takes stress on in their body, let me just tell you some of the things that have worked for me over the years and some of the things that haven't. So some of the things that haven't, let's start with that. Shaming myself or being hard on myself because my body aches because of stress, or picking on myself, or saying, suck it up, buttercup, pull up by your bootstraps. What's wrong with you? Why are you so exhausted? You know, all of the things, like very hard, very demeaning towards myself. That does not work. Okay. So let me tell you some of the stuff that does work. Number one, realizing I'm not a spiritual robot. I'm actually a sensitive human being who's affected by things going on in this world. I'm affected by things, the energy that other people put off. I'm affected by things going on inside my brain and inside my heart and my mind and all that. Like my body keeps the score. My body keeps track and tally of what's going on inside of me. And Bessel, Kolk, an amazing trauma therapist, wrote a book called The Body Keeps the Score. I talk about it often on the podcast, but it's true, right? And so our job is to pay attention. Our job is to get in tune and not be hard on ourselves or pick on ourselves for it, but to learn how to care for ourselves for it. So for instance, for me, when I get stressed, my right shoulder blade locks up and my neck gets sore, and it's just my shoulder and neck get in knots. Literally, my body feels the stress in my shoulder. Another thing, my left hip. It's so crazy, you guys, but if I'm feeling a little bit rejected or left out, my left hip starts to ache. It has just become this like go-to situation where when I'm feeling a little bit rejected, especially if family stuff. Oh my gosh, if my family for some reason triggers me and I feel left out or rejected, my left hip aches. And so then I know I got to get to work, not only emotionally and mentally to like work on my thoughts and do what I have to do to take care of myself emotionally, but I got to start stretching my hip and slow down and give myself permission to stretch and to do what I need to do to take care of my body. Now, listen, a lot of people have different aches and pains because of stress. And so one of the things we can do, just continue to take walks and to exercise and to stretch and to do fascia releases and different stretches and all that sort of stuff. One of the things that I'm getting really more into with my clients is this somatic practices, meaning our body needs release. We don't just need spiritual healing and get our thoughts right. We need to align our body so that when we say affirmations like, I am loved, we remind our body what it feels like to feel loved, because sometimes our bodies are so used to rejection or sadness or despair that even cognitively, if we get all the thoughts right, it doesn't even matter because our body's like, no, you're lying. You're lying to me. I feel rejected. I feel anxious about this situation, right? And so this is one of the things you can do is begin to do light stretching and go on walks and just begin listening to your body. So step one, and the only thing that I want you to do is to acknowledge that your body keeps the score and that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit and is worth taking care of. It's worth prioritizing, right? And there's different steps and different things that you can do. But today, I just want to acknowledge some of us are going through stressful things and your body's paying for it. And so you get permission to slow down and to take care of your body. Now, maybe that means you go out and you book yourself a 90-minute massage. I had one this week. It was phenomenal. Like, massages are just a great way to relax and to allow your body to feel like the priority that it needs to be, right? And so maybe you go get a pedicure. Even you men out there, pedicures are great, right? Like getting your feet rubbed and all of that. And some men, I know they don't love it, but hey, listen, pedicures are great. But just taking moments to prioritize your health. And maybe you're a runner. Maybe you just know, okay, man, that's how I regulate my stress a little bit as I run to let off the steam. Great. Maybe it's hiking, right? And whatever it takes, whatever physical activity. I dance every morning. I've talked about it on the podcast before, but when my kids are off to school, Kenzie's in college now, but when Zach takes off for school, I turn on music and dance, and I just love it. And it embarrasses my kids when they're home and I do it, but sometimes I still do it because my body needs to move in joyful ways and in like healthy, happy ways. And so I love to dance. And so I want to give you permission to just take care of your body, whatever that means, and just remind you that your body's carrying stuff that your mind can't even comprehend because our body doesn't know how to release it. Like, at least our thoughts, we can begin to process and change that. But until we teach our body how to release this stuff, it just turns into like a little storage unit of emotions and stuff. And so I just want to encourage you to take care of your body. Maybe go get a massage, go on walks, do some stretching, get in the hot tub. The hot tub and the sauna are so good for me, that warmth, and I got to tell you guys, a couple of years ago, when I first started the podcast, I used to push ice baths. I used to do ice baths religiously. Like, I was an ice bath believer. And then I hit a season where it wasn't as helpful. It actually felt a little traumatizing on my body. And I still, good old Danny, powered through because suck it up, buttercup. They say ice baths is good for people who struggle with anxiety or whatever, regulating your emotions, like do ice baths. So I continued to power through it. But the more that I powered through it, the more it felt a little traumatizing on my body. And so I had a friend of mine, actually, it was like, hey, maybe you're always telling people to listen to their body. Like, listen to your body. Why are you shaming it? Why do you continue to push through the ice baths? And I was like, I don't know. Good question. Let me think. Let me do some research. So sure enough, I started to do some research, and do the research for yourselves. If ice baths bless you, continue to use them. Okay. Continue to do it. But if you're like, ooh, it kind of dysregulates my nervous system. I heard, and I don't know the science behind it, and I don't usually like to do hearsay of things that I hear. However, I had heard that ice baths can be very dysregulating to our nervous system if we have chronic PTSD, which I know some of us who listen to my podcast probably are healing from CPTSD or even PTSD and that sort of thing. And so I just want to encourage you to do the research on your own. But I have begun, actually for about 9 months now, more of a sauna approach and a hot tub approach. So I've told you guys on the podcast, but every morning I go in our sauna. We got a sauna a couple of years ago. It was a best investment. It helps my body aches and all the things. So I'm very pro sauna. I should probably become an affiliate of one. I've told so many people about them. But I was going to tell you that the warmth really is healing for my body. And so I thrive in warmth. So I stay hydrated. But the sauna is really good, and hot tubs are really good for that release and for that relaxation component. So if you are healing from CPTSD, which is chronic PTSD, or PTSD, that is something that you want to look into as well, because heat therapy can be very, very healthy and empowering. So if you don't have a sauna and you don't have access to a hot tub, even just a warm shower, just don't get it too hot and get dehydrated. And with all of this, stay hydrated and ask your doctor what works best for you. All of this stuff has been a process for me, evolving into what my body actually needs. And the crazy part is, or the funny part is, I should say, ice baths worked for a long time for me. Like, I swore by them. I was like, they changed my life. They were so helpful. They were empowering. And honestly, I may go back to them at some point, But then my body began to speak and tell me no more. And it took me longer than I'd like to admit, but I had to kind of adjust and honor what my body was saying and what it needed. And now I've gone into more heat therapy, and it's been wonderful. And so I just want to give you permission, number one, to evolve as a human being. And I also want to let you know, like, if things worked for you in the past and now they're not, there's nothing wrong with you. It's not that you're doing it wrong. It's that sometimes our body changes. Sometimes our hormones change. Oh my gosh, men and women, our hormones change as we age. And so we have to honor that, and we have to learn how to adjust and how to take care of ourselves. And so this is what it's all about. Be true to thy own self. We are not robots, and we're not cookie cutters. We're not a one size fits all. Okay. And so if something that worked for you in the past isn't working for you now, adjust, adapt, go another path. There are so many amazing other alternatives and options for you. I just want to encourage you. If your body is carrying the stress of the world or carrying the stress of what's going on in your life, give yourself more margin. Give yourself more time to take care of yourself. Give yourself more opportunity to sleep healthier and to sleep more. I was just talking to some clients about their circadian rhythm, which is our rhythm with sleep. One thing that you can do is when you get up in the morning, whatever your wake up time is, go outside as soon as you can to like get exposure to the sunlight, because it gets your circadian rhythm rolling, right? And then in the evening, if you can kind of go out like around sunset time to begin to release melatonin into your body, the circadian rhythm helps regulate the nervous system too, which is like very important. And so especially with our bodies, which is run by our nervous system, okay, we need to just do these little things. So these are like little hacks you can do. So number one, if you haven't had a massage in a while and you're stressed, go get a massage, go get a pedicure, go get a foot massage, go on a walk, go see some nature, go put your feet in the ocean, like do some things to care for your body in a physical, gentle, loving way, right? Maybe begin some heat exposure, hot tubbing regularly, or sauna if you have access to that, or even just a warm shower and just sit under there and maybe put some essential oils and smell that. Like just whatever you got to do to kind of bring some peace and relaxation to your body. Okay. I just want to give you permission for that. And just remember, sometimes our body is holding the whole stress of everything we got going on. So we got to be really kind to it. We only get this one body. We only get this one life. Let's take care of it. And I give you permission if you need it. And I'm sure you do, because you're listening to my podcast. We all need permission, but I give you permission to take care of your body and to prioritize what you need and to go and figure out what you need and to adapt and to take care of yourself, right? So if it's heat exposure, figure out a way to, have a longer warm shower. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Make sure you're prioritizing your sleep, getting out there in the morning and looking at the sunlight to get your rhythm going, that telling your body it's sunlight, like let's wake up, and then begin in the early evening to, just step outside and see the sunset. And hopefully that'll release some of the melatonin in our body. And as we age, we release less and less melatonin. So that's why some of us have to actually supplement with melatonin. I don't necessarily always recommend that, but for a season, as long as your doctor approves, that's great too. So all of that to say, prioritize yourself. Just know your body's feeling it. And if your body's feeling it, you get to prioritize your body and take care of yourself and begin to listen to what your body's saying. It's speaking. Trust me, it is speaking. If you have chronic headaches or chronic pain, yes, we could have health things going on, but also sometimes it's just stress. And stress can really flare up any chronic autoimmune issues that you have. So I have an autoimmune issue, Hashimoto's. And so I have to be really mindful and take care of my body. And honestly, that autoimmune issue has actually been one of my teachers to teach me how to prioritize my body and take care of my health and my body. And, I used to be so frustrated I had it, but now I'm grateful because it's really been the turning point for me to learn how to listen and take care of my body. So that's what I want to say. If your body's feeling it, I give you permission, go get a massage, go do what you need to do to take care of yourself. You deserve it. It's your one body. Take care of yourself. I love you. I'm so grateful you're here. You're not alone. If stress affects you, it's one of those things that we just have to continue to grow and learn through. And so just know that the Lord is with you and he's with you through it all. So let me say a quick prayer for you, and I'm grateful you're here. Father, thank you for my friend. Lord, I know so many of us internalize our stress and it causes like stomach issues and all the sorts of issues. And so, Lord, would you just be with my friend and help them to become more and more attuned with their body so that they can listen to it, God, and then make adjustments in their own life. Lord, thank you that you are with us. Thank you that you lead us in our bodies too. God, thank you that you speak to us in all sorts of ways. And so, Lord, bless my friend, protect him, and lead him. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you, and I'll see you in a few days. Hello, my friend. If this episode blessed you, made you laugh, or triggered you, hey, that's growth. Please do me a favor and share this with a friend. And if you feel led, please leave a written review for the show. That really helps us out. Don't forget you are in good company if you're feeling more broken than you'd like to admit. And you are more loved than you can ever imagine. Have a great week. See you next time.